Hello, this is your captain speaking, and today we are taking a look at the F7C Hornet recreation I made in Kerbal Space Program. Now, this is the Hornet from Star Citizen, and it's a very cool ship. I'll put up a picture on the screen right here, somewhere on the screen, I don't know. Yeah, I really like the look of the ship. It makes for a really, agile fighter, and in Kerbal Space Program, my recreation, it flies pretty dang well. It gets off the ground with really good ease. It's just not very maneuverable. I guess I could probably build it to be more maneuverable. I just don't really know how to figure that kind of shit out. I am not an actual scientist or aerodynamic assist. That's not actually a word. Don't listen to that. I just like how this thing flies. I like its profile. From the top, it looks a lot like the actual Hornet. So I'm really proud of that. I guess one reason I'm making this video is to say, hey, look at this cool thing I made. But another reason is I have been having a plethora of problems the past week with making videos. I can't launch Star Citizen since patch 1.1 dropped. And that, well, is obviously making it a little bit hard for me to cover some videos. I bought the constellations, and I'm going to do walkthroughs of those. I'm really excited for that. And I might take a look at a Hornet. That was really close to that hill, by the way. Might take a look at a Hornet variant or two. I really like the stealth version. I might get that. Yeah, can't launch Star Citizen. That's a problem that needs to get fixed. Also, about the Kerbal Space Program series, I realized that the retail retail 1.0 release is going to be coming out really soon here. And I don't feel like I should continue my current Kerbal Space Program series because, well, it's going to become obsolete. Oh, that was really close to the ground too. It's going to become obsolete once the patch comes out. And I want to keep, I want to build up a really good space program, and I don't want it to become outdated and ships can't be used anymore because their parts just aren't that good. Basically what I'm trying to say is I want to start the series again once the, once 1.0 drops. Want to start this series again. Really just get into the missions without having everything break every time the patch comes out for the game. And I'm really excited for that, but that means I won't be doing any more, major interplanetary missions on there, because I don't want you guys to have to watch me do it again later when that happens. So, no main series Kerbal stuff. I will still release Kerbal Space Program videos. You guys really like my, my Kerbling Under the Influence, and there will be more of that when I start drinking again, because, I don't know, wore myself a little bit too much the other weekend. Taking a little break. Taking a little breaky break. Okay, I'm going to try and touch this down and land it on the side of the ground here. It's probably not going to go well. Oh, it's just really light. And it's got a lot of, wing surface. Oh, shit. Broke some rudders. No! No! Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Okay. Wow, this thing's durable. There. Touchdown, perfectly safe. The ship's fine. Those were just cosmetic features. I'm gonna try and see if I can make a space plane out of this now. So let's do that. Alright, so back on the runway taking off here. I forgot to press record before I started launching it. Whoops, my bad. But anyway, you can see I've replaced the jet engine in the back with a Rapier engine, which is the dual stage engine that turns into rocket mode. And I also added a buttload more fuel, which is why we're having problem getting off the runway here. That doesn't matter though. I'm going to see if we can take this thing into space and have it operate as an SSTO. It's got a lot of fuel, but it's probably not going to get enough push out of just that one engine. I'm curious to see how this will work. Okay, well it appears lift doesn't seem to be a problem. These wings are actually doing an incredible job of keeping this up. I've only ever built SSTOs probably twice with stock parts that have actually worked, and one of them was one of the bullshit air hog ones, which they're cool. They're just kind of not a thing that would happen in real life. I like to see things that would happen in real life be built in Kerbal Space Program, and I don't know if this would fly in real life. I don't know if this airframe would be able to generate enough lift and thrust and whatever to be able to fly. It'd be interesting to see if somebody could remake model versions of the Star Citizen ships, kind of like people have done with Star Wars. Like, somebody made a Millennium Falcon that flies and is somehow aerodynamic, and that's insanity. So it'd be great to see it with, like, Star Citizen ships that actually kind of look like these jet fighter-like models. I want to see that. Come on, just keep pushing. Nah, this thing doesn't have enough energy to get into space. Alright, we'll go back to the drawing board and we'll try this again. After we dramatically crash into the ground at very high speeds. Let's do this. Oh, man. Alright. In the interest of getting this thing into space, I changed up the form a little bit and added these little ancillary boosters, and those two are connected. Added these little extra rockets on here that, well, that's... Well, now we're not going anywhere close to space on it. Alright, well... we lost a lot of control here. We don't seem to be leaving the runway at all. But we seem to be doing some sick wheelies right now, and that's... Well, that's a bonus, I guess. And we are descending. Well, alright. So, after speaking with my board of directors, I've determined that it would be a better idea to try and make this thing into a shuttle. Oh, we actually have liftoff, and it's not a chaotic disaster like I thought it would be. It's a little shaky where the Hornet connects, because I didn't put any struts there, but this thing is flying surprisingly well, probably because of the reaction wheels I put in there. I didn't connect those, so these are going to be dead weight. I'm going to go back. No, I'm not. Fuck it. Fuck it, we'll do it anyway. See if we can get this thing into orbit. I have... this thing's flying surprisingly well. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Oh, no. It was doing so well for such a long time, and now it's doing the spinny thing, and I don't know why. Okay, let's see if I can try and balance it out. Oh. It's fighting back. Oh, somewhere around 20? Will that work? We've lost so much speed at this point, it's not even gonna matter. Okay, so if I put it around 20, it balances out. That's really good to know. Okay, just went into space mode. No! Dang it, I had it all figured out. Alright. Back to the drawing board again. Alright, so the last time worked out surprisingly well, except for the part where it failed and everyone died. Still didn't put struts on. Design oversight, that's fine. That happens in space and science. Sometimes, totally, probably. I'm trying the same design again, only I'm just linking this fuel, the fuel in this tank, to these boosters right here, just to keep these going for longer. It might not work. Also, what's going on here, guys? Why are we losing fuel like that? I'm not... Okay, I get it. The center tank is draining too fast. Oh, hey! Oh, God! Oh, no! Let's see if it... I didn't put wheels on this thing? Another design oversight! My spacecraft doesn't have wheels on it, so I can't land it anywhere. Oh, no. Alright, so I removed the big thruster. And this isn't working. Release! Release! Oh, God! Well, the runway is on fire. Alright, I angled the thrusters in a different direction. Oh! I seem to have some sort of control over it. Not for long, though. As the fuel drains away, I'm losing control over it. Okay, good to know. Well, I staged incorrectly, too. So that's just great. Now I'm just going to glide slowly to my death. Alright, I'm going to go back just to having this one thruster. Oh! Oh, look how stable that is. I'm not even pressing the keyboard right now, it's just going directly up. Just wasted a lot of time on all those other versions, and this is working perfectly fine. Damn, look at that profile, it just looks really nice. Oh well. We are ascending to the great heavens to get the Hornet into space, where it belongs among the stars, to be a citizen of said stars. I'm really amped about Star Citizen, but I can't launch it, and it's really frustrating. I mean, I can launch this, but I can't launch the game. I don't know why I'm losing control that way. I could try and go into the other way for the orbit, or just reduce thrust on this one. Just balance my thrust out. I guess I'm gonna go into a reverse orbit here, but that's fine. As long as I get this thing into orbit, I think I'll be happy with it. So I'm just gonna have to very carefully monitor the amount of thrust that it's letting out. This should be interesting. It's still ascending just fine, it's just going the wrong way. And also the, this ship is launching upside down, which is moderately discomfort. It's causing discomfort for Pepe? Pepe? Your name is Pepe Kerman? That's adorable! Okay, turn down the thrust. Turn down the thrust! Oh, jeez. Okay. I wasn't balancing thrust properly. Up the thrust. Down the thrust. Okay, I'm seeing space stuff. That's a good sign that we're in space. Oh, yeah! This is totally working! I'm so happy about this! Situation report. We're out of fuel on our main stage, which is fine, because we have a periapse of almost out of the atmosphere. So I'm going to destage from this right here and very slowly back away from it. I also realized none of these are connected at all, so I have to manually feed the full fuel through, which might have been good to know from the other attempt. Alright, I'll manually feed it through. But I have to hurry because I'm about to reach my periapse and I am not ready to deal with that shit right now. Alright. I'm going to give myself a little bit of thrust here. I'm having a little bit of problem controlling it because it's in aerodynamic form and that means it's unbalanced as shit. But I put these little rocket fuel RCS rocket verter engines. These things are really awesome and useful for if you're just trying to build something that doesn't need monopropellant or anything. Bring my apoapse up more. Okay, I'm out of fuel for this stage. My apoapse is 77. That's good. I'm officially in space at this point. I just gotta feed fuel through as fast as I can. So let's do this. I'm manually loading fuel from parts of my ship to the other because I'm just really bad at designing ships apparently. But yes, we are in space with this thing. It's also going to be a little bit tricky to figure out how to position myself properly so I can get myself into reverse orbit. It really shouldn't be that bad. I'm just making mountains out of space molehills. And you don't want to mess with those space moles. They'll mess you up. They dig through stars and supernova, and that sounds really badass. Like a creature that doesn't make sense. Never mind. A creature that burrows through the sun, but is also an adorable fuzzy little creature. I'd pay to see something like that. Alright, so turning on my main engine again. Gonna get myself going orbital here. Alright, I'm out of fuel in the center tank. I'm gonna switch over to this front tank here, which might mess up the balance a little more. That's making me nervous. Just gotta keep feeding it through. I'm 2 kilometers a second right now. What's the orbital velocity around Kerb again? I completely forget. I'm almost there. Aim down a little bit. Okay. I don't want to bring myself up too high because that's just going to waste fuel, but I'm almost in orbit. Oh, that's technically orbit. I don't want to bring myself down too much or I'm going to crash into the planet. Okay, out of fuel for that pumping round. I have a while before I get into to apoapse here, so I'll just pump the fuel around real quick. Ooh, I'm gonna run out faster than I... Alright. I'm gonna achieve orbit, and then I'm just gonna bring this thing back down. It's not gonna be a nice orbit, but it's gonna be an orbit. And then, because I'm a dumbass and I fucking forgot to put goddamn landing gear on this piece of shit, I'm gonna try and land it. And that should be really interesting, and that's gonna be a fun experiment for everyone involved, except for me, because I'm gonna crash it and cry myself to sleep, as per usual. Alright, I would say that this looks pretty damn good. It gets across what I'm trying to convey, is that it's a super sexy Hornet. If I'm looking at the picture, comparing it to the picture, the cockpit sits a bit too far forward compared to the actual ship. Like, this whole section could be moved back a bit. other than that, it's pretty sexy. Gotta say. I'm at Apoapse right now, so I'm just going to bring myself into official orbit and let myself go around once, and then I'm going to bring myself back down to Kerb. I was burning this whole time. I was accidentally burning fuel the whole time with my rocket things. No. Okay, we're going to do a tiny burn here. Tiny burn. Okay, we're officially in orbit. Great. I'm going to go around the planet once. So there we go. We've officially orbited Kerb. Bring myself down so I can try and use the remaining jet fuel I have to maybe land this thing. Doesn't have any landing legs, so we're going to rely on the very light weight from all the fuel being gone to try and just glide this thing safely down to the surface and burn off all the speed we have. We're going to be coming in really fast. Let's hope I can keep this thing stable while it comes down. I'm going to nose up a little bit so I can maybe try and burn off more speed. Look at the beautiful re-entry effects. Oh my god. So it looks like we're coming down in a hilly range, which makes landing this thing softly a pipe dream. Oh, I still have fuel left in it. I forgot about that. That'll be really valuable. Alright, so I'm going to turn myself away from this mountain we are looking like we might crash into. Here. I really want to be able to save this because I would be so impressed with myself. If I can get Pepe Kerb. His name is Pepe. That's adorable. If I can get Pepe Kerb to land successfully and safely on the ground, I'm going to do damage to the ship. There's no landing gear on this thing. The ship's going to get a little bit beaten up. But if I can get him safely to the ground, I will be so happy with myself. You don't even understand how happy I'll be. Right along here is where I want to be able to land, like right down here in this little basin. The textures here are just beautiful. Look at that stretch marky ass texture. That is not that great. That is not your greatest. Blizzard, fix your shit. You're not even involved in this game. Go down to Mexico, go to Squad, and make them a texture. But just specifically for this one area of the game where I'm landing right now. None of the other desert areas. Alright, so now that we're closer to the ground, it's kind of intimidating the speed that we're moving at. Jesus. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed that... I wonder if they put... Okay, this is a stupid question. I wonder if the Star Citizen creators put any of their models through some kind of virtual wind tunnel when they were designing them. I mean, if you look at the, what's it called? If you look at the 300i Origin series, they have that back tail wing section. It's interesting looking. I wonder if that would actually fly. I know Scott Manley did a video where he was testing a shape like that. But I wonder if it will fly in real life. I'm curious. Also, we don't seem to be losing any more speed here. We are just hovering above the ground at 50 meters per second and don't seem to be losing anything else besides from that, which is a bit of a downer, to be quite honest with you. Why are we going faster now? How do we get more speed? This doesn't make any sense, damn it. Kudos, Star Citizen. Kudos. I'm going to see if I'll touch down. I'm going to probably have to... No. Boy. Welcome to 30 minutes of Damien flying across the fucking empty textured desert. And it is... That was so close to try and land this thing without crashing into the ground. Oh, jeez. Oh. Okay. Oh. Ah. Wait. There's still craft left. Alright. Alright, that's bullshit. You guys know it. I was not losing any more velocity. I wasn't even thrusting anymore. I don't know why that was happening. That's super weird. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching this weird video. And there are probably going to be more weird videos coming up soon until I can get Star Citizen working or until the new Kerbal Space Program patch comes out. So, again, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great night or day or whatever time it is, or if you're on like a different planet that somehow doesn't have a night or day for some reason. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Bye!